Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for having us and for hosting Hockey Day Minnesota. This is the 18th annual Hockey Day Minnesota.
Me and Cade, D. St. Hubert, the other captain, we got the privilege to go. The Marvin company flew down their private jet. We flew out of MSP.
And for all of us at our company, this is our Christmas Day. This is our most sacred event that we run all year. And
it was pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. I've never flown private, but I mean, you get there. We went with our JV coach because Pat couldn't make it.
This is the one event where everybody in our office has a fingerprint on the day, and everybody in our office just loves the day.
Then we're up in the air. I remember sitting next to Kevin Gorg. He was right in front of me. Me and Cade were asking him a lot of questions about the Wild players, what they're like, who's the Ox guy, who's the locker room guy. Just questions like those to pass the time.
And when I think of the perfect setting for Hockey Day Minnesota, it's hard not to think of Warroad, Minnesota.
I mean, then we land.
And Warroad's going to embrace this. It's going to be spectacular.
Went to the rink. They had like kind of this opening ceremony, kind of building hype.
So after we finish the first game, again, we'll have some lead up to this next matchup, and we're really excited about a boys AA matchup of two programs that consistently win.
It was an amazing process in terms of how it all came together. I think within a half hour of it becoming public that Warroad was going to host Hockey Day Minnesota near the weekend that we traditionally go up and play Warroad in Roseau, there was a text chain between me, Coach O'Leary, and our activities director Megan Potter to start putting the pieces in place to try to put our name in the hat.
We think it's going to be just an awesome matchup.
Interestingly enough, Pat was notified that we were selected to play on the bus ride up to Warroad in Roseau the year prior, and we were instructed that, or he was instructed that he had to keep it quiet.
We're excited to welcome in Moorhead and the Spuds against the Trojans of Wayzata. Assistant coaches Derek Thompson and Derek Olson leading their teams in. Give them a round of applause.
So you can imagine how challenging it was knowing we were selected to be a part of this event, but we weren't allowed to share it with anybody publicly.
You guys are going to make a week of it. You're going to come up, you're going to play over in Roseau on Thursday, hunker down, get a hotel room with the guys. I mean, to me, looking back at my favorite memories as a hockey player, going on the road on a bus with my buddies, watching movies on the bus on the way up, hitting the hotel, and then having a couple of games against elite opponents. It doesn't get much better.
Being able to play in Hockey Day Minnesota is a pretty special opportunity, not just for our hockey players and our families affiliated with the hockey program, but the entire school community.
Well, I think spending time with your team on the road and being away from sort of the hustle and bustle of school and the environment, it's just how you build cohesivity and how you build sort of that culture in the program and preparation for the end of the year. As a team, we're always set that big goal of making it to St. Paul, and this is just one step in that process for us.
Anybody that follows hockey in Minnesota realizes how special an event Hockey Day Minnesota is. Next to the state tournament, it's probably the one event that kids aspire to be able to play in the state of Minnesota.
It's a magical place, and is there a better community to represent the state of hockey than Hockeytown, USA?
And I can't think of a better place to host Hockey Day Minnesota and to have our athletes be able to participate than in Warroad, Minnesota, where hockey started.
When I started playing hockey, I want to say I was like maybe four or 5 years old. Yeah, I was very young, and I still remember I had my dad as my coach for probably like 3 or 4 or 5 years to start off my hockey career, so great memories there.
Winters are long in Minnesota. I'll start by saying this. Winters are long in Minnesota, and a long time ago, I was ready to move south. And the reason we didn't move south was because my kid played hockey and he was pretty good, and he did not want to leave.
My fondest memories and earliest memories of Brooks playing hockey were definitely during those mite years.
The dads we had growing up in mites and in squirts, the rinks they built for us. My dad built a backyard rink at my old house every single year. It was a sweet rink. We had Brooks Gangler, his dad, he had a sick pond. All the guys in our core group, all of our dads were involved from the mite level all the way to high school.
We were allowed to, as I guess, willing fathers, whether we were any good or not, I don't know, but we were pucks and cones, and so we were able to get out there during practices. And so I've been with all of them as they were young.
A lot of the boys that got to participate in Hockey Day Minnesota, their dads were also coaches for these kids through the mite years. And
I think it might have been squirts. It was at the Edina rink. We were tied in overtime, and it came down to a shootout. Luke, I think, was up, and it was like the game winner. And I just have a video of him because I was standing on the other side with the netting, and so it wasn't the greatest video. That moment as a parent is like, you're putting everything out there for your kid, like, come on, buddy. And he just dekes the goalie, scores, and his little celebration.
I was watching through the window, and he was out doing different drills kind of on his own, laying out cones or shooting pucks under the lights in the middle of the night.
I would say some of the car rides too, when you're in the carpool world and it's 5, 6, 7 in the morning and you've got a bunch of kids in the back that all want to be there and nobody in the front seat wants to be there. And now you're just driving and they're chatting away and they kind of forget that you're there, and you start to, see the personalities come out of your children and their friends, and it's pretty fun.
Playing hockey with my best friends, it's just having fun. It's just a treat to come play with them every day, make good memories that'll last a lifetime. That's definitely what it means to me. It means a lot, for sure.
My son's closest friends and his best friends today, those friendships and relationships started. Those relationships started on the backyard ponds.
Then off the rink, it was the backyard stuff. It was the buddies coming over. It was the boom box with the music playing.
Fire pit going. And
just the stuff.
making frozen pizzas. They'd come in and warm up and then go right back out 10 minutes later. And
the experiences that not just Brooks had, but all his buddies and teammates that he's had over the years, and just the amount of hours that they put in on outdoor rinks in below zero weather, just loving and experiencing the pure joy of the game of hockey.
It's just cool to be part of a close community like that, with our dads and our sons being kind of in those relationships, and seeing what they have done for us over the years is pretty special.
I've said this a bunch of times, but if I could push a button that made my boy go back to 4 years old, I would push it, and no questions asked. I'd push it right now, and I'd start this whole process all over again.
Hockey Day Minnesota rolls on with another big-time matchup. On one side, historic Moorhead, a revamped team that seems to be turning a corner and ready to make a push towards state. On the other side, the Wayzata Trojans, a powerhouse from the west suburbs, fresh off their first loss of the season. Here we go, game number 2 on Hockey Day Minnesota.
Paying off at the high school level.
Trojans humming, they score! Finn D. St. Hubert, second of the season. And the junior makes it 1-0 Wayzata. Look at this Carson Clark move.
Yeah, power move on the backhand.
And we head to that first intermission with the Trojans edging the Spuds 1-0.
That's good. I think there's a lot of nerves in the first period for sure. So I think it'll be better in the second and third. But yeah, it's going good.
Second period underway.
He's just got time here. They just sit back and allow him to shoot good net front drive from Zimmerman there.
As we expected, but there's a chance and a goal for Jake Madsen. 7th straight game with a goal, 2-0. With the denial. Power play is Wayzata. One-timer, they score! Gingler! Wayzata leads it 3-0 after 2.
You guys gotta put the hammer down here. You gotta keep it simple. We talked about it, playing above pucks and shutting people down. Shutting people down. We gotta be ready to go. Don't give them any chance. Don't give them any chance to enter this game. Alright? Let's be ready to go from the drop of the puck. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Win the third period. Win the third period.
Wayzata by 3, starting the third. There's a bouncing shot, rebound, Cullen scores! And the Spuds have life, 3-1. The wrister, puck sitting there for Moldy, moves to the slot and scores! Moldy puts the finishing touches on this one. Backhand pass, nice feed, they score! Mason Kraft! And it's 4-2, with 1:45 to go.
Is there anything after the games that you say to the kids?
Interesting question.
Yep, he's got his signature saying after every win. He comes in the locker room and
he waits a few minutes, waits for us to get quiet, builds the intensity up.
He always comes in and we all get pretty quiet and he just...
That's the one thing that everyone looks forward to, the locker room silent.
You just gotta like savor the moment.
He comes in smiling, looking around, all the coaches are in here and just...
Hell yeah!
And the Trojans with a Hockey Day win, and the number 2 team keeps chugging along.